When a man leaves you, and when you're the one that leaves the man, he's hoping that you're sitting at home crying. Their only wish is that you get ugly, fat, don't find love, and suffer. They want you to feel that without them, you're nothing. When men see women in their past gain weight, suffer, become depressed, downgrade on her looks, and even start dressing like a slob, believe me, they get happy that they dodged that bullet. In fact, many of them will show it to their friends and say, "Look at her, I'm so happy that I'm not with her anymore. She's been doing so much worse without me." You might think that I'm over-exaggerating, but believe me when I say that every man I've known had told me this about the past woman he's been with. And listen, when I deal with a situation like this, I don't even bother playing good girl. I'm gonna go and drive you crazy, make you mad, make you crawl on your knees begging for me to come back to you. Your goal, when either he leaves you or you leave him, is to make him question whether you even liked him in the first place. He thought that he had you. He thought you weren't going anywhere. He thought you'll come back and put up with him. He even thought that you can't find better than him. He thought he had power over you. So are you going to go back to him, or are you going to go live your best life and get someone 10 times better as you put in the hard work to glow yourself up? Obviously, the choice is yours. And just a kind reminder that if a guy leaves you, this should piss you off deep down inside. No man will leave a woman that he wants. Men can't let a woman be taken from them by another man. This man left you because he thinks he can do better than you, therefore you and we need to talk and we're going to figure out how to glow you up and make you stand out from the rest. But if you were the one that left him and he didn't come back, he also thinks he can do better than you, therefore you also need this video. My goal in this video is to basically make all the men that left you and the men that you've left, basically, we want their jaws to drop when they see you. I even want your friends' jaws to drop as well. I want them asking you what happened, how you all of a sudden start looking and acting like a complete bombshell. First off, stop stalking him. He's all up in Ashley's guts. He's talking to 50 different women, and here you are looking at his stories, further stroking his ego, while he's sleeping next to Jessica. What are you doing? Nothing he posts will change your life. It will only make it worse. A man isn't going to post about his bad days. In fact, most of us don't. So stop lurking at his IG, Facebook, LinkedIn, Skype, I don't know, whatever else that you people use. This will only stop you from working on yourself, from working on your own goals because of the hurt that you're feeling for him. Next, do not block him. This shows that you're way too emotional for him. The only time I suggest blocking him is if you can't control the emotions or you can't stop stalking him. Then okay, block him. But if he's blocked, leave him blocked. Don't all of a sudden unblock him out of nowhere. It shows that you're still interested and want him to reach out. Not blocking the guy will allow him to creep and see what you're doing with life. But at the same time, I also know men that go out of their way and creep on women with fake accounts, friends accounts. Some will only creep on your highlights instead of looking at your stories. So honestly, you never know when you're being watched. Therefore, make sure that whatever you post is only showing happiness. Next, obviously, do not contact him. Men miss you more and regret losing you more when you used to give them attention and affection, and now all of a sudden you take that away from them. Creating this distance will have them randomly remember the memories you two had when they're home alone. And this, of course, only works if they had feelings for you. Don't contact them. It will literally just show that you're the one that's more interested in him and will only further stroke his little ego. So let them come to you. Next is don't post none of those sad negative quotes on your story, any of those lame quotes about love and I thought you were good, but you're just like every other man. Listen, he's gonna show off those quotes to his friends and laugh at you and talk about how you can't get over him. I know women think that this will catch a man's attention, but men know what you're doing and they only laugh about it even more. You're only stroking his ego. Stop. And this one is very important. Focus on improving yourself. Focus on living a better life. Focus on improving your goals, looks, health, getting better sleep. Every man I've met told me they regret losing women for these 3 reasons. She got better looking, she's happier without him, and she's moved on. Remember, men are visual creatures. Becoming better looking is literally the number 1 best thing that works 100% on every single man to make him regret losing you. Next is to explore your options. Mature women will say, don't go out on dates until you're fully healed. I don't play that game because life is short. I don't even know if I'm going to be alive tomorrow. Everyone's different. Some women take days to get over. Some will take months, weeks to get over the guy. I'm not going to only start dating after 2 years when I finally heal from that guy. The fastest way to get over him is by having fun, enjoying life. And if you meet someone new, your mind will focus fast on that new person. You never know when you're going to meet the guy that's best for you. It could be within days, weeks, and even years. Start now. Don't waste time meeting the right guy. It's all about luck. Another thing that I should add on is don't allow people that you know basically tell you what's going on with him and how he's doing his life. Tell them not to bring him up. Say that you're over him, you've moved on, and you don't want to hear anything about him. If you run into people that he knows and they start talking to you, or you start talking to them, don't ask how he's doing. It doesn't matter how he's doing. Again, whether he's doing well in life or not, it won't make any positive changes in your life. This is about you. And yeah, you can use him as motivation to get yourself up to the level that you want to be. But you're either watching this video for fun or you're actually watching it because there's some man in the back of your head. Do as I say and I promise you'll attract men 10 times better than him. In fact, you'll look too good that you'll feel too empowered to even go back to him. He's going to be on his knees begging for you to come back. Or who knows, maybe he's low-key crying silently in his room as he watches you live your best life, looking all good. But remember that this is about you. Be extremely careful when you're trying too hard to make a guy regret losing you. You could be the one that trips over your own trap and end up regretting basically losing him. Therefore, remind yourself, this is about you and you're doing this for you. Every single man that you've had in the past will eventually creep on you and try to see how you're doing in life. Don't get excited. They only want to see how horrible you're doing without them. Take a look at the things that you can fix about yourself, looks, body style, personality-wise. Because the whole point is to constantly glow up and find ways to make yourself look better each day. Now, when these men start seeing that you're becoming fit, happy, looking good, and making changes, maybe you've dyed your hair, got a little lash lift, or maybe changed up your style, there's a huge chance he'll want to hit you up again. If this happens, don't get excited. About 99% of the time, they do this because you killed their ego and they need you to fix it. And they want to see that what they're seeing, they want to know, am I seeing, is that real? As in, are you really doing better without them? Are you really now out of their league? Is it just like front? They want to see if they still have access to you. Don't be the one that takes him back. Be the woman that he can no longer get. The woman that he can't stop stalking, obsessing, and crying over. Another way to make him regret losing you is by basically making him think that you've moved on and you got someone new, or actually get someone new. Now, I would honestly just post stories of me having dinner, and honestly, you don't even need to show anything. You don't even need to show hands or face, and just let him and his little mind think that maybe you're on a date. You can, I guess, show the side of the face, but I'd avoid this because some men are crazy and will go out of their way to search for the guy. I'd avoid this one. Maybe as far as I would go is post the man's hand in it, just to further give that hint. Now, the fact that he doesn't know 100% who this guy is and whether you've moved on or on a date will make it harder for him to stop thinking about it. Men always regret losing the woman that moved on to someone better and no longer wants to come back to him. So when he does try to message you, ignore him. Unless you can gain something out of him, such as money and gifts. Me personally, I'd get it out of him and then leave him by not doing anything in return. But the grown women will tell you to not do this, so it's up to you. But if you really want to step it up a notch and make the guy go crazy, when he comes back, make him think that you're unsure about taking him back. Then get him to jump through hoops by making him do a lot of work, driving you around everywhere, making him freaking suck your toes, and don't even have them cleaned, only to eventually reject him again and having him chase you all over again. But I warn you that this is not a smart thing to do. The grown women will tell you also don't do it. It is toxic and probably best not to do it because, again, you never know what people are capable of. You might make him so mad for this that, I don't know, ladies, some of you seriously mess with some crazy men, so Take this at your own risk. Anyways, to end this, don't let a man tell you twice that he doesn't want you. Glow up, find better, and remember, sometimes they don't miss you as a person. Sometimes they just miss your body. Work on you and do better. No one on this earth will take care of you like you will. No one can make you happy like you can. Your life can change drastically by simply putting in the work into yourself. Life is short. Don't spend it crying over some guy that's up in Ashley's guts, that's sleeping next to Jessica, that's talking to millions of different women that don't even want him back. You don't know what will happen to you tomorrow, so make this only one life that you have count.